Hi, I'm Erin Porteous, CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Denver. I'm thrilled to be here today with G, our Youth of the Year, who won not only the city competition, but went on to win the state competition and now represents 40,000 kids who go to Boys and Girls Club in the state of Colorado. G, I'm thrilled to be here with you today.
Thank you.
G, if you had to use one word to describe yourself when you walk through the club doors for the first time, what would that word be?
Passive aggressive. I was very not who I am now. Now I'm very loud and open about my opinions and my voice, and nothing scares me anymore. And back then I was very shy, very consumed with what other people thought about me, and consumed with being who everyone wanted me to be, and not necessarily who I wanted to be within myself.
Youth of the Year is an incredible program offered by the Boys and Girls Clubs. What are some of those elements of Youth of the Year that you feel set you up for the springboard of going to college?
The fact that every round that you get a more amount of money. Money makes the world go round, and it makes you work harder and makes you want to do things better. For me, it was extremely important to do well and to succeed in this because I've wanted to do college by myself my entire life. I've constantly been figuring out how I was going to survive and do college and go to college without it taking a financial burden on my family since I was in 6th grade. So it allowed me to just be okay with, hey, Mom, like, I'm doing this by myself. You don't need to worry because I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to work my butt off to make sure that I can go to college and do this thing by myself so that I can come home and take better care of my family.
Tell me a little bit about that spark. At some point, you mentioned the 6th grade that you're like, I want to go to college. Where did that spark come from?
My mom. I've seen my mom work so hard her entire life. She was constantly working 4 jobs at a time to take care of us and going to school and getting her nurse's license, and that was a lot of schooling, but she did it regardless of how hard it was and regardless of how much she had to work and how many hours she put in and how little sleep she got. And when my brother died and my mom went into a very dark place, I knew that this was my opportunity to take control of my life and to do exactly what my mom would have wanted me to do and what she wants me to do, and make things easier for my family, to get us out of the situations that we get in and to take care of them, because my mom has worked so hard her entire life and no one has ever taken care of her, and so that's something that I really want to do.
So let's talk about shining your light. That's now going to grow even brighter as you leave Denver and you head off to college. What's next for you up in the fall?
I will be attending the Naropa University for a contemplative art therapy degree. So to be working with more youth in at-risk communities and continuing my legacy of what I'm doing here and doing it into the real world. And my dream is to eventually open my own nonprofit and hopefully work with the Boys and Girls Clubs and allowing them to have another group that provides youth with counseling and therapy and things like that, because growing up in impoverished communities, you see a lot of things that you shouldn't have to. I believe that our world is a very dark place, but it doesn't have to be. And I believe that with the work that my generation is doing and the millennials are doing, like, we can change the world for the better. That it's not going to happen overnight and it's not going to happen in the next 15 years, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't work hard for it, because everyone deserves rights and they deserve to be happy and safe and to feel like in this country their lives are valued and that they are seen.
At a young age, you've taken on really big issues, right? And I mean, they're not small, but one of your philosophies is that change starts with small acts. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So going to protests and donating and things like that, it was all very good. Like, I was very proud of myself for doing that, but I felt like I wasn't making the noise that I wanted to. But I was never given the opportunity to create the change that I wanted to see in the world until I came to the club. And then here it was like you can create so many programs and kids will get so involved, and like you have such an influence on the people who are younger than you. Like I knew that it was what I had to do to take advantage of that and to create as many programs as I did, focusing on mental health and LGBTQ advocacy. And it's a way for me to not only reach out to the kids, but allow them to have space to be themselves and to give them all the opportunities that the Boys and Girls Club gave me without even realizing it.
G, you've done a lot in the last 7 years. You've grown tremendously. You've certainly found your voice and used your voice. And on behalf of Boys and Girls Clubs, we're so incredibly proud of you, what you've accomplished so far in life and where you are going up ahead. So congratulations on being named Youth of the Year and on your future steps heading off to college in the fall.
Thank you.